Hey Raiders Nation, what's up? Exciting times are upon us in Las Vegas as the Raiders shake things up in their quarterback lineup. With Aiden O'Connell sidelined for several weeks due to a broken thumb sustained during a nail-biting 2015 loss against the Los Angeles Rams, the Raiders are making a strategic move by signing Desmond Ridder off the Arizona Cardinals practice squad. This decision marks a new chapter for both Ridder and the Raiders as they seek to regain momentum in the season. NFL Media's Tom Pelissero reported this significant addition, revealing that the former Atlanta Falcons starter is joining the QB room alongside Gardner Minshew. While many fans anticipated the Raiders would elevate rookie undrafted free agent Carter Bradley from the practice squad, they opted for Ridder, a move that has sparked excitement and curiosity about what he can bring to the team. In a crucial response to O'Connell's injury, the Las Vegas Raiders have tapped into their roster resources by bringing in a fresh face, Desmond Ridder. After suffering a fractured thumb, O'Connell has been placed on injured reserve, leaving the team in need of a reliable quarterback to step up during his absence. Desmond Ridder, a young talent who has experience as a starter, provides a promising option for the Raiders. Drafted in the third round of the 2022 NFL Draft by the Falcons, Ridder showcased his skills during his time at the University of Cincinnati, where he led his team to the college football playoff in 2021. The Raiders are looking to regain their footing amidst a challenging season, and Ridder's addition could be just what they need. Fans are eager to see how he adapts to this new opportunity and whether he can make a significant impact on the field. With Gardner Minshew's recent struggles, Ridder may just have the chance to shine in Las Vegas. The recent news surrounding Aiden O'Connell is undoubtedly a blow for the Raiders. After breaking his thumb during the game against the Rams, he will be sidling for 4 to 6 weeks. While this leaves a substantial gap in the quarterback position, the Raiders are making moves to ensure they remain competitive. Desmond Ridder, who has been on the Arizona Cardinals practice squad, steps in with a wealth of experience. In his time with the Falcons, he started 17 games over the last 2 seasons, racking up impressive statistics, including 3,544 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. He also demonstrated his ability to contribute on the ground, rushing for 257 yards and 5 touchdowns. Originally seen as a potential franchise quarterback for Atlanta, Ridder found himself traded to Arizona this offseason as the Falcons made adjustments to their roster. After competing for a backup spot behind Kyler Murray, he ultimately ended up on the practice squad, which allowed the Raiders to scoop him up. Now, as he prepares to join the Raiders, the focus shifts to how quickly Ridder can absorb the playbook and make an impact. Gardner Minshew is expected to start in the interim, but given Minshew's recent performance issues, Ridder could be poised to seize his moment in the sun. The Raiders are regrouping after their latest matchup against the Rams, but one glaring issue looms large. Gardner Minshew's turnovers. His performance has been underwhelming, and the costly mistakes he made have derailed the team's chances for victory. However, with Desmond Ridder joining the roster, there's a renewed sense of hope for Las Vegas. At just 25 years old, Ridder has time on his side and an opportunity to prove himself as a capable leader under center. Though he may not be viewed as the long-term answer just yet, this is a critical moment for him to showcase his skills and potentially secure a future with the Raiders. With Aiden O'Connell out, Ridder is stepping into a situation that could set him on the path to becoming the franchise quarterback the Raiders have been searching for. This is not just a chance to fill in, it's an opportunity to establish himself as a valuable asset for the team. Desmond Ridder's journey has seen quite a bit of movement since he was originally drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. After a season that saw him step in as a starter for the final 4 games, he looked like he was poised for a bright future. His performances showed flashes of potential, but after the Falcons traded him to Arizona in March, his path took an unexpected turn. While competing for a spot on the Cardinals roster this past summer, Ridder lost out to Clayton Tune and was subsequently placed on the practice squad. This meant he had to wait for another opportunity to arise, and that opportunity has now come with the Raiders. As he joins the team, Ridder faces a unique challenge. Gardner Minshew, who had been the presumed starter before O'Connell's ascension, recently turned in one of his toughest performances, throwing 4 turnovers, including 3 interceptions. Ridder's arrival adds intrigue to the quarterback competition. giving the Raiders some exciting options moving forward. With Ridder in the mix, there are several questions about how he will adapt to his new role with the Raiders. The team has shown a willingness to make changes in their quarterback strategy, especially given Minshew's struggles. Ridder brings a different style of play and has the experience to potentially lead the team effectively. His time with the Falcons allowed him to learn valuable lessons that could translate well in Las Vegas. The Raiders' coaching staff is undoubtedly looking for someone who can take charge, make smart decisions, and manage the game effectively while O'Connell is recovering. If Ridder can quickly grasp the playbook and connect with the team's offensive weapons, he could provide the spark the Raiders need. Fans are hopeful that he can step up and help the Raiders navigate this challenging phase of their season. On a scale from 1 to 10, how confident are you in Gardner Minshew? A 1 means you have no faith in him, while a 10 means you think he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Honestly, fans' confidence in Gardner Minshew is pretty low right now, mainly because I don't think he believes in himself either. It's tough to have him as your starting quarterback at this point. In today's show, I'll discuss some potential options for the Raiders, whether in free agency or through trades. Minshew's performance has been concerning. He's been struggling even more than Jimmy Garoppolo and Brian Hoyer did last season. This has turned the Raiders' offense into one of the least effective in the league. Now, we can't put all the blame on him alone. But the reality is clear. Minshew, along with Luke, isn't delivering the results the team needs. Next, we'll dive into the latest news about Aiden O'Connell and some injury updates that impact the Raiders' quarterback plans. I'll highlight which players the Raiders should consider targeting in free agency and via trade. On Monday, Antonio Pierce was asked about bringing in another quarterback. He didn't give a clear yes or no, which leaves us wondering. But I believe the Raiders should definitely look into adding a quarterback, even if it's just for a few weeks. AOC is expected to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured thumb and will be placed on injured reserve. This means the Raiders could be missing him for about 3 games, since they have a bye week in Week 10. So it's crucial for the team to figure out their strategy this week, especially with the Chiefs coming up. As we look ahead to the game against the Bengals, it's important to consider what the Raiders will do next. After that, they have a bye week in Week 10, followed by a match against the Miami Dolphins in Week 11. If all goes well, Aiden O'Connell might be back on the field soon. But if the Raiders find themselves at 2-7 or even 2-8 by then, should they really bring Aiden back? Or do they stick with Carter Bradley or Gardner Minshew? Let's break down these options. Here are 3 paths the team could take. Option A, start Gardner Minshew and wait for Aiden to return. If it takes until Week 12, 13, or even 14, that might be the plan. The team has already invested in Minshew, so it might not make sense to bring in someone new right now. Option B, start Carter Bradley and see how he performs while waiting for Aiden to come back. Minshew hasn't convinced us he's the best choice, so why not give Bradley a shot? We haven't seen him play enough to know if he could do better than Minshew. Option C, bring in a new quarterback, either through free agency or a trade. The NFL trade deadline is November 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Once Aiden is healthy again, the new player can compete with him for the starting spot. The Raiders are making bold moves in the face of adversity, and the signing of Desmond Ridder is a pivotal step in addressing their quarterback situation. With Aiden O'Connell sidling for several weeks, Ridder has a chance to prove himself as a reliable option under center. As Las Vegas navigates the remainder of the season, all eyes will be on how Ridder adapts to his new environment and whether he can seize the opportunity to establish himself as a key player for the franchise. The potential is there, and the coming weeks will reveal whether he can rise to the occasion and help the Raiders turn their season around. Will he emerge as the solution the Raiders have been looking for? Only time will tell. But for now, the Raiders are ready to embrace this new chapter in their pursuit of success.